Have you ever watched the sun spill across the horizon and felt a stirring in your chest, an unspoken ache to belong, to matter, and to find your place in the grand tapestry of life? We hustle through our days, driven by ambitions and obligations, yet too often we forget that the deepest wisdom for living well does not come from self-help manuals or motivational slogans, but from the quiet teachers who share our world. Today, let us embark on a journey into three very different realms: into the gentle sway of an elephant herd, the bustling corridors of a honeybee colony, and the tranquil edges of a beaver's pond, to discover what these remarkable architects of their own lives can teach us about empathy, purpose, and building a home for our souls. Elephants and the heartbeat of connection. In the soft light of early morning, the mist clings to the tall grasses of the savanna like a whisper. From the haze emerges a matriarch elephant, her massive form moving with serene deliberation. She leads a gathering of females and calves in a slow procession toward a watering hole, each step measured, each pause purposeful. When the youngest calf stumbles in the marshy ground, the herd halts. Trunks extend, guiding the little one forward with tender encouragement, as if reminding her that no journey is made alone. Elephants carry memory in their bones and compassion in their hearts. They remember the faces of friends long gone, and when a member of their herd is injured, they linger beside him, touching him with the gentlest rumble of their trunks, offering comfort without words. Their bonds are not accidental, but cultivated through decades of shared sunrises and storms. In every communal bath, every entwined trunk, and every synchronized rumble, they teach us that our greatest strength lies in the depth of our connections. We too yearn for a sense of belonging, a place where our joys and sorrows are witnessed, where our burdens are lightened by another's understanding, and where our triumphs are celebrated with full hearts. The elephants remind us that empathy is not a luxury, but the very foundation on which a life well lived is built. When we listen with the patience of an elder elephant, when we reach out with the warmth of a trunk's embrace, we create a ripple of compassion that carries us all forward. Bees and the dance of shared purpose. Shift your focus to a meadow awash in the gold of wildflowers, where a symphony of buzzing rises and falls with the wind. Within this vibrant chorus, the honeybee moves with precise intent, wings beating at incredible speed, legs laden with pollen, antennae attuned to the faintest tremor of damp air. She returns to the hive, weaving through a labyrinth of waxen walls to deposit her precious load, then joins a round dance with her sisters, a dance that conveys the distance and direction of the richest blossoms beyond. In the hive, every individual has a role. Some care for the brood, others manage the temperature of their world with the rhythmic flutter of wings, while others, with quiet vigilance, stand guard at the entrance. There is no chaos here, only purposeful cooperation, a living testament to what can be achieved when our actions are guided by a shared vision. Each honeycomb cell glows with the result of countless acts of generosity, tiny gifts transformed into a store of nourishment that sustains the community through lean times. In our own lives, we often chase the illusion of solitary success, measuring our worth by what we can accomplish alone. Yet the bees remind us that our fullest potential blooms when we dedicate our gifts to something greater than ourselves. Whether we offer our creativity to a team project, our listening ear to a friend in need, or our leadership to a community cause, we participate in a dance that transcends individual ambition. And in that dance, every step we take lifts not only ourselves, but the entire hive of human possibility. Beavers and the craft of creating a home. Now, wander to the water's edge, where twin logs, freshly felled and chewed smooth, lie beside a half-built dam. A beaver emerges, broad tail flicking with satisfaction as it hauls mud and branches to the construction site. With remarkable skill, it interlocks each piece, creating a barrier that transforms a rushing stream into a tranquil pond. Within this new world, the beaver's lodge will rise, an island of safety for its family, insulated from the chill of winter and the perils of the outside. Beavers teach us resilient home building. They understand that a sanctuary does not spring into existence by chance, but is crafted through vision, persistence, and an intimate understanding of the forces at play. When floods breach their dams, they do not abandon hope. They return to the wreckage, salvaging materials, reinforcing the structure, and adjusting their design to withstand future storms. Their lodges stand as monuments to adaptability, ever evolving, ever stronger, ever nurturing. In our own lives, we hunger for spaces, physical, emotional, or relational, where we can rest, reflect, and flourish. Creating these sanctuaries requires the beaver's blend of ingenuity and tenacity. We set boundaries that protect our well-being, cultivate relationships that nourish our growth, and build routines that sustain our resilience. And when life's currents threaten to wash away our foundations, we take up our tools once more, re-examining, reconfiguring, rebuilding, to ensure that our lodges remain safe harbors in an unpredictable world. As we reflect on the elephant's empathy, the bee's cooperation, and the beaver's craftsmanship, a thread of understanding emerges. Living well transcends instinct. It is an art shaped by intentional habits of the heart and mind. The elephant shows us that our capacity to care deeply for one another enriches every step of our shared journey. The bee reminds us that participating in a purpose larger than ourselves transforms ordinary labor into a song of sustenance. The beaver teaches us that the homes we build, whether of wood, routine, or relationships, become sanctuaries when crafted with foresight and resilience. These insights guide us toward a life that is not simply about surviving the challenges before us, but about thriving in the warmth of connection, the joy of shared endeavor, and the security of a well-built home. Pause now and feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath, a silent echo of the natural rhythms that move us all. Recall a moment when you felt alone, adrift in a world that seemed to lack empathy. Remember a time when your purpose felt unclear or disconnected from others. Reflect on an occasion when the foundations of your life trembled and you wondered if they would ever hold. Ask yourself, with kindness and curiosity, how can I practice the empathy of the elephant, listening with the full breadth of my heart and offering my presence as a place of belonging? In what ways can I join the purposeful dance of the hive, directing my work, my creativity, and my care toward a shared vision that uplifts us all? Where might I build or rebuild my own lodges, crafting spaces of safety, rest, and renewal that carry me through life's currents? Let these questions sink into the quiet places within you, nurturing seeds of intention that will grow in the days ahead. Life may beckon us to react on instinct, to operate on autopilot, or to scramble for quick fixes. But the elephant, the bee, and the beaver show us a richer path, one that calls us to move with empathy, work with purpose, and build with resilience. When we walk through our days guided by these principles, we become more than creatures of survival. We become architects of a life well lived, one in which our connections deepen, our contributions shine, and our homes stand strong against every storm. So as you step into this moment, carry with you the gentle rumble of the herd, the hum of the hive, and the quiet splashes at the dam. Let them remind you that the greatest wisdom for living well is written not in words, but in the timeless language of compassion, of cooperation, and of hearts that build, sustain, and endure. And these kindred teachers are always here, ready to guide us toward the life we long for, if only we pause to listen to their quiet, profound wisdom.